Never at any point should you ever criticize what you do.
No.
Right? Like, or question your origins or your beliefs. You should never reevaluate that from time to time.
No, never.
Never grow.
No, just stay where you are.
I'm done with crypto YouTube. They say, picks are always changing and it's all just clickbait. In crypto, sometimes your hand is working against you, and the best thing you can do for yourself is reshuffle the deck as you take in the latest information. You can go back, look at the receipts, and find that I've been very consistent for the last year with the picks that I've been given the Bit Squad. Consistency is key, but inflexibility, well, that's a recipe to get wrecked. Openness to change your mind when the data changes is what separates successful traders from those stuck in the past. So watch this video to the very end as I reveal my top 8 altcoin picks for this bull run. Let's get it.
I'm not a financial advisor.
Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, the Bitboy. If you want to stay updated to keep your bags fresh for the bull run, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. If you're already part of the Bit Squad, none of these picks are surprising per se, but some of them have moved up on my list over time, taking the place of others that have fallen lower. This is just what happens in the market. In the last cycle, Sandbox didn't make its way onto a lot of top coin videos until one day it did. Where it's at today, it's a different story, but I digress. Now, if you were buying Litecoin in January of 2017, by December, you would have seen it rip from under $4 to over $350. In the next cycle, let's pretend you scooped up some Litecoin in March of 2020 for about 33 bucks. You thought to yourself, how cheap? I'm gonna be rich. I'm definitely getting a girlfriend now. Not so fast. By May of 2021, it just barely put in a new all-time high. Those are definitely good gains if you had taken profits, but here's the problem. If you had just been buying Bitcoin since March of 2020, you'd have done so much better. The rule of thumb is that the coin you're buying has to outperform Bitcoin or it's not worth buying. You should have just bought Bitcoin and taken on less risk. What about Dash? It melted faces 2 cycles ago. It went from under $9 in December 2016 to $1,173 a year later. Well, in the next cycle, not only did it not outperform Bitcoin, its performance was terrible. The lowest price you could have grabbed it at was around 40 bucks and it barely broke 350. Again, gains are gains, but you would have been better off buying Bitcoin. Plus, if you bought on the way to the top in 2017 and held, hoping it would come back, you'd have wasted 4 years of your life. It turned out last cycle, the girlfriends all left for the metaverse and Solana Bros. So now let's take a look at the top 8 coins that are gonna keep you out of that situation and keep your girlfriend from leaving. First, XRP. It's no secret that I believe XRP is literally already chosen by the elites of the world, whose names you wouldn't even think to know, to be the instrument for world banking and global liquidity. It's going to have the whole length of the bull run free from the uncertainty of the SEC lawsuit that hung over it, and a combination of ETF approval and the Ripple IPO could very well make XRP the #1 coin of this cycle, just like 2017. XRP could be set to represent the biggest wealth transfer of the next decade. For the next two, let's move on. Mr. X told me these 2 coins together, the only 2 coins he's given me for sure in this bull run. He said, watch out for them, they're gonna be big. That's right, ONDO and PYTH. ONDO is none other than BlackRock's chosen instrument to tokenize US treasuries on chain. ONDO is going to be the big kid on the block when it comes to real world asset or RWA projects, which is conservatively estimated to be a $16 trillion industry by 2030. That's almost 8 times bigger than the whole crypto market cap today. As for PYTH, this is the biggest contender that we've seen that might be able to take some of Chainlink's market share. No other Oracle is set to compete this way. Plus, don't sleep on the Solana ecosystem. More on that later. Next up, we have Sui. The Duchess of DeFi made this one too sweet for me to resist. With backing from Franklin Templeton, the recent launch of a Grayscale Trust, USDC deployment, former Facebook developers, and Cassie is its biggest promoter, Sui has everything it takes to be an institutional favorite. It's the Apple of blockchain, the best blockchain that exists. It's lightning fast, has a killer ecosystem, and could very well be the Solana of this cycle. Also, its strong performance recently, relative to a struggling market, should be a great sign of continued strength over the next year. Coming in at number 5 is Render, the NVIDIA of crypto. I can say it right now. When it comes to decentralized physical infrastructure, or DePIN, which is the underlying infrastructure needed for some of the most everyday life-impacting use cases to be built in crypto, it doesn't get any better than Render. Its partnership with Apple speaks volumes about its true potential. The Render marketing team is also insanely good. We don't really talk about that enough. Back in 2021, the slogan was rendering the metaverse. Today, Render is seen as an AI project. Again, this is because its infrastructure touches both of these areas. And the marketing is so good that Render can be positioned almost anywhere. Speaking of AI, coming at number 6 and 7, TAO and ASI. With TAO, it's simple. You have some of the latest and greatest AI tech in blockchain right now. TAO has shown incredible strength in the market this year, and that's a great sign that it will continue to be a top performer during the next leg up. As for the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, you have 3 top AI crypto projects, Fetch, AGIX, and Ocean Protocol merging into one token. You have the power of 3 companies without 3 different tokens competing for market share. Not to mention that Ben Goertzel is at the helm, and he's arguably the father of AI. Lastly, you have MPLX, powering the digital asset economy on Solana. This is a lower market cap sleeper pick, coming in at just over $100 million. It actually had a big pump in between when this was written and right now. Some of these already have. But the fact is, it's barely over $100 million. It's probably the best play to make with the most upside if you're placing your bet on the Solana ecosystem. As always though, make sure to keep up to date with the tokenomics and the latest news on any asset you add to your portfolio. It's important to do your own research. You can discuss all this and more with members of the Bit Squad in our Discord. We got a link down below in the description. There's no doubt that these 8 coins have big potential, but you need to have a plan to take profits over the next year or so. What are your top 8 coins? Drop your comments down below and be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more. That's all I got. Be blessed. Bitboy out.